I have been part of several events in the beginning of begin to prove to people in this community that they aren't alone, that they can be involved, they aren't helpless. And so I think while it can feel very hurtful for people who are struggling within the US with what is happening, that they feel that there is, the people who choose to leave are completely um, severing their ties with the US or are doing so without the intention of still trying to support the people doing the work on the ground. And I think, yes, that it can feel that way. But what I'm seeing are plenty of people, especially in big cities in Europe, who are super engaged and uh, feel just as distraught. Our means of getting involved are different, but not insignificant.
I also think there's something, you know, ahistorical about the idea that your physical presence determines your civic action. I mean, there were plenty of there were in James Baldwin's era, there were plenty of writers who didn't flee like him and stayed here domestically that didn't engage in issues or didn't change the conversation or didn't, they were here, they were
Mhm.
around, they had an American zip code. He went to France and probably had more impact on the American conversation and his own awakening of seeing America clearly because his physical body happened to be in a different place. There's plenty of people who are here but don't do the things they should. I also think when you think about creative work, you think about, calling your congressman is not the only way to make a
Oh,
society different or better. There is so much artistic work to be done right now. And I
yeah.
think of all the deficits we have, the artistic burden of rendering this moment, of making us legible to each other, of explaining the deeper undercurrents of what is going on. Um, and sometimes people need to go to different places to do that work. Sometimes people need to there's a lot of complexity that I think we should allow for here. And we got 350 million people here, a lot of whom